All right, can you all hear me now? How about now? Yeah, let me know if you're getting any audio right now. Okay, good. Oh, finally. Yeah, I'm sorry about all that. So we started there in Coquina Beach. That's why the cordless mics weren't working. I had the mute. YouTube again, they keep changing their settings and it messes me up. So we started in Cortez Beach and now we're in Coquina Beach. I'm going to try to walk all the way to the end. It's about a mile to Longboat Key and Longboat Pass. But this, in my opinion, is the best beach in the U.S. for several reasons. One, you got plenty of parking. It's free parking. And this is the summer, so it's not as busy. This is not busy season. So, you know, because it's hot, it's not prime season, but it's not that bad today. It's about 90 degrees, 91 degrees here. Now the feels like temperature is about 104. So yeah, when you're in that sun, that's a little hot, but that's still cooler than the rest of Tampa Bay. Most of Tampa Bay today is averaging around, I think, 94 to 96 degrees with a feels like temperature of 110 to 112. So this is cool compared to that. All right, I gotta wait for Bailey. But yeah, this is a nice shaded path here. If you saw the damage there earlier, I was showing some of the damaged buildings, which to my surprise, they were still there. That yellow building was kind of the symbol of the damage on Anna Maria Island. It was crushed and tilted, and it's still that way. If you saw at the beginning of the video. So it's just a gorgeous day. I had lunch earlier on Anna Maria Beach, which is also called Manatee Beach. That's where the Manatee Causeway ends at the beach. And I'll tell you, in the shaded area like this, it was quite pleasant. But this is one of the reasons I consider these the best beaches in the U.S. As I said earlier, you got plenty of parking. You also got plenty of shade. And plenty of picnic areas. There's restrooms. And the parking is free. And you aren't that far from the beach. It's an easy walk to the water. So it's not too far, not too short. You know, you got a nice, decent sized beach area, but still, you know, it's not like a mile walk to the water. So I'm gonna put Bailey in the backpack and we're gonna walk back out to the beach. When I'm on the beach, even though she's a service animal, I like to keep her in the backpack on beaches that don't allow dogs. Bailey, come. All right, so I'm going to set this down and put Bailey in the backpack. Yes. All right, Bailey, come. All right, let's go. Go back out. First to the Coquina Beach Cafe and then out to the water. Yeah, these eateries are good. I ate at Anna Maria Beach, which is halfway down the island. Had some sweet potato fries and taco fish sandwiches. And this here is a Coquina Beach Cafe. You know, I would have expected it to be busier than it is, even though it is hot, but still, you know, a lot of people come to Anna Maria Island even in the summer, but it's not busy at all. We'll get out to the water so y'all can hear the ocean waves that you couldn't hear earlier. So yeah, this might only be closed just because of the time. They probably close at like 4:30 or something. So, but But you can also rent umbrellas and chairs here. In fact, here's the price. So, yeah, that was all closed in January, but it's long opened back up now. So, of course, I'm over here because I'm doing a review truck video. I want to get shots of my truck along the beach. But then I figured since I'm over here, I'm going to give you guys some live videos. So I put out a poll yesterday what y'all wanted to see: Anna Maria Island, St. Pete Beach, Madeira Beach, or Clearwater Beach. And y'all overwhelmingly said Anna Maria Island. Although I am going to try to do those other beaches too, so tomorrow, in fact. So, but today it's just Anna Maria Island. I also shot a lot of footage too, so I'll probably do, for members, I'll probably do an unedited video that would just show each of these areas. And then maybe in a week or two, I'll do a full update all in one video of the beaches of Tampa Bay. Oh, you're a week at Daytona Beach. How was that? You know, last time I was at Daytona Beach, it was a little run down. So I'd like to do Daytona Beach again. And when I did it, it was in February, which the water is not that pretty in February. Can you drive on the beach? No. Oh, are you referring to Daytona or here? Here you can't. There are parts of Daytona Beach that you can drive on the beach. Like north of Daytona Beach is Ormond Beach. Much of that you can drive on. And south of it too, which is, gosh, I can't think of the beach. South of it is a beautiful beach area. Oh, New Smyrna Beach. And you can drive on, not all of it, but I think on a lot of that beach you can drive on. Oh, Daytona Shores. Oh, yeah. I mean, typically your better beaches are going to be the beaches where you can't drive on, for obvious reasons. But I do like the fact that the East Coast has those beaches you can drive on. So we aren't that far from Longboat Pass, so I'll walk all the way to then. I'll brave this brutal, hot Florida sun for all of you, because that's what I do. Oh, South Daytona too, yeah. Yeah, and south of Daytona is New Smyrna, which New Smyrna is one of the more popular beaches in Florida. Seems to always get great reviews. And then you got Ponce Inlet there with the lighthouse. Oh, you're just here in June? Yeah. Yeah, you know, I don't film Florida in the summer, one, because it's so hot, two, because it's so rainy. But here, we've had a couple of days where we're not getting much rain, at least near the beaches. Now, I live about 45 minutes inland, and we did get some rain, but it's funny how one area will get rain, and then just 10 miles away, you get no rain. But it was starting to look like rain here about 15 minutes, which is why I started this live feed early. But all that just disappeared and went away. So it looks like we're going to have sun the rest of the evening. Oh yeah, you love Anna Maria Island. Yeah, I think this is the first time I have filmed here in the summer. It's always the winter when I'm doing the Florida videos. But I just have this period where I want to do that truck video, and I also got to stay close to home because I got to do my taxes. I got to have my taxes done by the end of August, so I can't really go on a big trip somewhere. Oh, you're taking family there today for Sunset Beach night. Yeah, wait, I think, let's look over that way. It looks like you're going to have a good sunset because I don't see no clouds near the horizon. Of course, I think sunset is at like 8:10, and I'm guessing it's maybe 3 hours from that now. But I plan to be on the Skyway Bridge at sunset. I want to get shots of my truck with the sun setting over the Skyway Bridge. Yeah, you don't mess with the IRS. I always, you know, my corporate taxes are due in April 15th, but I always file for the 6 months extension. So that gives me until September 15th. And my accountant has to have it by the end of August. So I hate this time every year when I gotta, it takes me about 4 or 5 days just to compile all my numbers, everything. Oh, look at these birds. Yeah, I did get a new truck. Yeah, and that's why I'm over here, because I'm filming a review of the truck. I got a Ford F-150 Lariat Power Boost, and I'm going to do a video that's going to kind of compare it with the Silverado that I just had and with the Dodge Ram that I had previously. But yeah, I'm really loving it. Really loving it. It's, you know, the Ram has the best interiors. Yeah, we're on Coquina Beach. In fact, we're coming right up to the end right here, the north end of it. And then beyond that is Longboat Key. Yeah, the problem with Crystal River there is you don't have a real linear coastline. It's jagged and it's a lot of swamplands, but Crystal River is beautiful though. I mean, the Kings Bay and all that. Yeah, doing videos outside the US. Yeah, it's probably not because of Bailey. It's just too much of a hassle. In fact, oh, you want a GMC 2500? Yeah, I know that they all have their advantages. But as far as doing Hawaii, I mean, as far as doing out of country, I mean, I bring so much stuff. You should see all the equipment I have when I'm filming, so it's just tough to fly. I did the Bahamas a couple years ago, and I may do it again this year because the company who hired us 2 years ago might be hiring us again. But to be honest, I don't really want to do it because it interrupts my Florida shooting. I want that time during the winter is prime time in Florida. So yeah, so in answer to your questions, I don't do much outside of the US. I do want to do Alaska and Hawaii. Now, there's the Anna Maria. Yep, yeah, we're coming up to the, I think what you're referring to, the Anna Maria Island jetty here. It looks like an old railroad track. Yeah, it's kind of warm here. I'm starting to feel the heat now. But we're just about done here. But when you're in the shade, it's not that bad. And there's, like I said, there's plenty of shade here. You're on the beach, Sandy Hook, New Jersey. Oh, you're on the beach in New Jersey, yeah. I bet it's a lot cooler up there. I could use some of that New Jersey coolness right about now. But there is a little bit of a breeze, you know, in that. Oh, thank you, William. Oh, wow, that's very generous of you, William. I sure appreciate that. Yeah, because, you know, August, the YouTube income starts to dip, and it dips from August to all the way to October, sometimes my worst month. And even November, and then December, it starts to pick back up. So, yeah, although this year hasn't dipped as bad as last year, so hopefully if I keep working hard, it won't. But I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Oh, 99 in Oregon? 4 days? Man, I can't imagine Oregon being 99 degrees. But I bet 99 in Oregon feels much better than 99 here. Yeah, so this is the jetty that you were referring to, the Anna Maria jetty. But yeah, you know, I think I've looked at the history of this. I can never really find anything on it, but it looks like an old railroad track. I got a belly. Longboat Pass here. This is actually my favorite part of Coquina Beach because you can watch the boats coming in and out of the pass. And then across the way there is Longboat Key. Well, Longboat Key, even though it's just across, it's very different feel to it than Anna Maria Island. Longboat Key is more corporate type resorts, and there's not nearly as many public areas. It's not the type of beach you go to if you're not staying there to just hang out at the beach. Mr. Tampa, yeah. Whereas Anna Maria Island, this is the type of beach, you know, if you live nearby like I do, I'm an hour's drive from it. You can come here for the day, free parking, hang out. You know, you don't have to be staying here to walk all the best parts of the beaches. So Longboat Key is a little bit like Marco Island. And Marco Island is even worse in that way, that it's just way corporate. Tall skyscrapers, condos, high-rise condos, and not many public areas. Bailey, come. So I'm gonna start walking back this way. So if y'all have any questions, I'm kind of in the shade now so you can see better. I can answer any of your questions. Hopefully you're not getting much wind. Just trying to block the microphone there. You know, I'm solving my cordless mic issues. In fact, I went to the DJI, back to the DJI action camera because the DJI mics are real good, and I've been using them as I'm filming the video. I'm going to show you guys an edited video, and so that's been working great. So, okay. I was a little disappointed that I had the issues at the beginning of this video. I'll probably erase that first part without the sound and cut that off. But when the audio has really been great all day today, except when I go live. But yeah, this is a great time to come to Anna Maria Island because it's not as busy. You know, like in the wintertime, you can see these cars coming across the bridge here. But if this were wintertime, right about now, you would just see back-to-back cars coming back this way, and then when you drive further down, Longboat Key is about 11 miles long. When you start getting to about 5 miles going south, you run into the traffic of Sarasota, and then it gets back up that way. So if you're over here, I mean, it could take you a long time to get back to I-75 or wherever you're at because you're trapped with traffic. But as you can see right now, traffic's moving really good. So maybe I ought to film over here in the summer, even though it's a little hot, but as long as I can handle it. So tomorrow we're going to start probably about St. Pete Beach and move up to Clearwater Beach. Of course, the whole shoreline hitting Madeira Beach, Treasure Island. I'm filming for the edit, a little bit for the edit videos, but I'll stop somewhere once, maybe twice. I might do 2 live videos tomorrow. Probably one from Madeira Beach and maybe one from Clearwater Beach. But I'm also filming for the edited video. Hey, come. And what did you say about going across the bridge? You saw the best sunrises. Oh, yeah. Bailey, come. I think Bailey's getting a little thirsty, but I got water for her in the truck. I'm going to get, there's a water fountain here, so excuse me. John's Pass should be, yeah, it probably will be. John's Pass is a good area to do a live video from because you can walk around the whole area. The only thing I was thinking not doing John's Pass is when I did it in January, you know, on the north side of the pass there, all that was pretty much already back. So really the only thing to show you that would probably be different now than it was in January would be on the south side of the pass where, gosh, what's the restaurant? Crawdads? Crabbies? I don't know, I get all those seafood restaurants mixed up. But then I didn't do Clearwater at all this year, so I'll probably take a good walk Clearwater Beach. And Clearwater Beach is another one that's easily walkable. You can walk the whole beach. I think it's only less or a mile, maybe a mile and a half long, at least from the pier to the south part of the beach. So I'll try to do that tomorrow. So Clearwater Beach, I'll try to do towards the end of the day, like right about now. And Madeira Beach will probably be more in the early afternoon, provided the weather is okay and it doesn't rain. So anyways, I think I've shown you enough really here that I can show you. I'll show you my new truck, but I'm still probably not a mile away. But you'll all see that in the future videos. I've done a lot of shots where I'm filming inside the truck while I'm traveling and using the cordless mic, so even though the camera's outside the car, you're going to get good audio, unlike this situation here with this live shoot today. So anyways, I thank you all for joining. I do appreciate that $50 super chat. That is really nice. I sure appreciate that. And, so thanks again, and I hope you all have a good weekend. Hopefully check back with me tomorrow. Let me put Bailey in the cart because I see a golf cart coming, so I don't get in trouble here. Bailey, come. Bailey, come. Bailey, come.